Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Raihan Rijaldy, and I'm from C class, and my number is 1821222087. And here I would like to memaparkan about survey research that I have made before, and the title is a survey study on the effects of English reading habits in 6th grade students. Alright, let's move to the background, why I choose and why I made this proposal. Alright, in Indonesia today, elementary school students, especially in 6th grade, must be prepared to be able to speak in English or reading English book or text, because in the future people must be able to speak in English. So from the elementary school itself, we as a student itself, we should know, or we should learn first about English book. So in the future, we have prepared all of that, semua yang telah kita persiapkan, like we have read the English book. So misalkan di kemudian hari ada yang namanya seperti kita disuruh membaca, or we should read an English book. Jadi kita udah tidak kaget lagi, udah tidak memikirkan lagi, because we have learned about reading English book. Okay, so students are forced or required to read English book to improve student reading skills, especially reading English. As we know, as a student in Indonesia, most of them didn't know about English, especially in elementary school, because from first grade until 6th grade, students aren't able to learn English. So in here, I would like to untuk melakukan riset, is there in Indonesia most of students are able to read English or not able to reading in English. Alright, that's why, and the bigger tambahan lagi. So this is I would like to looking for that, apakah is reading English book have the difficulty for student itself, because membaca bahasa Inggris itu adalah hal yang sulit ya. Jadi saya sebagai as a researcher want to know student perspective itself. Alright, let's move to the next. There is research question. I have two questions that I have made in this proposal. The first is, what are the effects of using English as a reading habits for the student? Why I choose, or why I made this this question, because karena saya ingin mencari is there any effect if student reading English text in the school, seperti itu. Yang kedua, is there any disadvantages and advantages when student learning or reading a book using English? So why I choose, or why I made this question, because I want to know, is there any advantages or disadvantages when students are reading an English text? Move to the operational definition. Alright, from the study is about so I want to know student perception on reading English. Sometimes students are able to reading an English text. For example, in my environment, saya tinggal di desa, dan I've been asking to several people in my area or in my environment that their children tidak mengetahui tentang bahasa Inggris itu sendiri, bahkan they haven't read an English text. So here I want to know student participant khususnya di daerah saya untuk apa ya, how their perception about reading English. Next is reading English is important to improve student reading skills because in 4.0 era, students are forced to be able to read an English text. Alright, let's move to the next. The aims of the research. Why I made this research itself. This research is aimed to investigate or to know student motivation in reading an English text. As I said before that tujuan utama saya untuk doing this research is to know student motivation in reading an English text. Apakah mereka terbiasa atau bisa be able to reading an English text? Karena because from the first grade they haven't learned about English text. Alright, let's move to the next, and this is the use of the research itself. This research will consisting the effectiveness of reading English for 6th grade student and factors that affected 6th grade student reading habits. So there are many factors that membuat siswa itu menjadi tidak bisa, not be able to reading an English text because several students are having to learn about English, such as seperti kemalasan, laziness, kegugupan dalam berbicara atau dalam membaca bahasa Inggris. Okay, the next is literature review. Alright, this research takes some resources from some articles. The sources itself are taken in accordance with what will be discussed in this research, such as how student perspective in reading an English text and what happened in Indonesia when student reading an English text, and what the disadvantages and the advantages when student reading an English text. Alright, let's move to the next materials or the next point. There is research method. In this research, I use quantitative research to take the information from the student or the object itself, and me using a questionnaire from Google Form to to gain the information from the student to know their perspective about this reading an English text, and student should fill the questionnaire. After fill the questionnaire, I made a table to seperti untuk mengumpulkan semua data, all of the data. Then I made a sebuah seperti sebuah data yang dimana data tersebut adalah data-data yang mengumpulkan perspektif all of the student itself. Alright, let's move to the next point. There is population and sample, where I take the population and the sample for my research. I take the population from 6th grade student of elementary school in Tasikmalaya, and the samples itself are taken from 25 students and used questionnaire, as I said before, from Google Form as a method to gain the information or data from the student. The next is time and place of the research. Okay, this research will be conducted in elementary school in Tasikmalaya, and this research will take from February until November to gain the information. Kenapa saya mengambil waktu yang cukup lama? Karena I want to know more about student perspective. Jadi di datanya nanti akan lebih banyak lagi data-data yang akan terkumpul. If the time take more, mengambil waktu yang lebih lama seperti. Let's move to the next point. There is research procedures. In making a research proposal, the researcher or me planning. What will I do first? I will make a questionnaire first in making this research, and I have to make why the purposes why I make a questionnaire. Then I collecting the data and I give the questionnaire to the student, and the student fill it, and I gain the data from the questionnaire that I given before. After done with that, I should conduct the data from 25 students. Finally, I processing the data and make a table by take a look from the percentage in questionnaire that I have given. And let's move to the data collection. This research will use 25 students of elementary school in Tasik. I use questionnaire from a Google form as a platform or as a media when I gain the data. And the questionnaire itself consisting yes or no question, or student fill it by their own statement. Jadi nanti akan ada pilihan ganda dan pilihan jawaban yang akan diisi oleh mereka sendiri menggunakan bahasa Indonesia. Dan yang terakhir, and the last is data analysis. In this research, the researcher or me use statistical method to gain the information or the data. The analysis based on the average of each variable. Alright. After all, I can conclude or I can summarize all of semua yang telah saya sampaikan. Jadi, the conclusion of all that has been explained, that I want to examine what happens in the reading English habits of students in Indonesia, khususnya di 6th grade student in elementary school, and what good or bad impacts are obtained by students. And I want students in Indonesia to be even more active in reading English texts. Besides their Indonesian have to be more improved, English should be more improved too, so they can improve their reading skills and can understand better in understanding English texts. Jadi ini simbiosis mutualisme, jadi mereka bisa, they can improve their Indonesian language and they can improve English language itself. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.